Hey guys, Nick here for Limited Elements again. Magic has so many different formats: Standard, Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Brawl, Gladiator, Tiny Leaders, whatever you can possibly think of. I'm pretty sure Magic has it. And as we all know, Wizards, being the small indie company, they can't support all the formats, right? This year, and I guess already the last year, they kind of focused on really getting a lot of Commander content out, right? And Commander is a really popular, really social format. Usually it's played in multiplayer, so it's very hard to put it online. You can play it on Magic Online, sure, but that's really not even close, from my experience, to the real game, right? To what you play in paper. So we have the next best thing, and that is Brawl. More specifically, Historic Brawl. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be taking you on a wild ride, one of the sweetest possible decks you're going to see in one moment. And hope you enjoy it. See you on the other side. Okay, so this is going to be the deck we're going to be playing today. Our commander is going to be the first Sliver. Basically what it does is it has Cascade by itself, and it gives all the other Sliver creatures we have Cascade. Sorry, Sliver spells, but in this case it only means Sliver creatures, right? And what Cascade does is that when you cast this card, you reveal the cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a card that costs less than this card, and you cast that card for free. So the first time you cast this guy, you cycle free, like basically you discard cards from the top of your deck until you reach something that costs less than 5, and you play that card for free, which is basically everything in the deck except these 4 cards and lands, of course. So then you get something for free. You play that, and then this guy resolves. And from there on, since whenever he's on the battlefield, all of our other slivers, whenever you cast it, like for example, you cast a Hollow Head Sliver, costs 3 mana, you cascade into something that costs 2. So anything down from this line. If this is another sliver, you play it, then you cascade into something from here, right? And you can cascade all the way down to 1, which is the lowest sliver that we have all accidentally. The striking sliver, which gives all of our guys first strike. So if you have the commander on the field and you go like a 5-drop, then you can go 4-drop, 3-drop, 2-drop, 1-drop, and at the end you finish up with a striking sliver to give everything first strike. The deck is full of stuff that helps us fix the mana, because we are a 5-color deck. So we have stuff like Gilded Goose from all the way from 1 mana to Arcane Signets, Growth Spirals. We have slivers that help us fix our mana, like the Mana Weft sliver. We have a bunch of removal in different colors. We have Lava Coil, Fire Spike, Fire Prophecy, a Braid. We have slivers that drain our opponents, the slivers that give an earth, so we can get them back from the graveyard. We have a bunch of stuff that synergizes with having 1 tribe. So for example, Vanquishing Banner, which we can just choose a tribe called Sliver, and we increase basically all of our creatures by 1. And whenever we cast a creature spell of the chosen type, we draw a card. The other card which works well with this kind of deck would be, for example, Herald's Horn. We can name a creature, so we name a Sliver, which means that all of our slivers are going to be 1 cheaper to cast. And at the beginning of our upkeep, we can look at the top card, and if it's a creature card of the chosen type, so in our case, Sliver, which is a majority of the deck, we can reveal it and put it in our hand. If we check the statistics, we have 34 creatures, so almost half of our deck are creature spells. And we have whooping 22 slivers, and we have a Trilobite. I don't know what's a Trilobite in the deck. So basically that's it. Most of the stuff are slivers or changelings. Like for example, let's see, Irregular Cohort, which basically makes 2 slivers. We have all the lands you can possibly imagine, because we need as good fixing as only possible in our 5-color deck. And we even have, like down to the bottom, some lands that are actually working exactly in the sliver deck. So if for some reason we have a lot of mana, but we don't have any creatures to cast, we can just create a 1/1 colorless sliver, and with all of our sliver lords that we have in the deck that give us various abilities, we're gonna give that 1/1 sliver a bunch of abilities. And hopefully, basically when we cast the first sliver, it all just kind of cascades until we win the game. So let's go down to the first game.
Okay, we are in the first match. We are playing against one of the new cards, the Gitrog Horror of Zava. So that's a new legendary card from Alchemy set. We have something to do on turn 2. We have some removal. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. Let's go. Basically, just try to kind of slowly ramp up until you get to 5 to cast the first sliver, and then you just start casting everything for value. So let's see what this guy even do. He has menace. At the beginning of each combat, if Gitrog is untapped and any opponent may sacrifice a creature, if they do, tap him. Then seek a land card and put it on the battlefield tapped. Whenever land enters battlefield on your side, it perpetually gains pay black and green, sack it, tap it, and sacrifice it to draw a card. See, let's just make sure that we have all our mana going. Since we don't need any of the removal right now, we can just use it later on. Need to be sure that we can have all 5 colors by turn 5. When he enters battlefield, seek a creature of the most prevalent creature type in your library. Let's see. I'm just gonna play this guy. Like these guys obviously gonna help us seek Sliver, because that's obviously the most prevalent type. Let's see what we can. Let this guy deals whenever deals damage. Let's just play him out. Maybe we could get a 1-drop Sliver. I'm okay, not wanting to sacrifice anything. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure we should have all 5 colors by now. Sure. Not the best hit we could have gotten, but I'll take it. And we can just use the Assassin's Trophy to kill the Gitrog next turn. Right now we can also play a Spiteful Sliver. We can it's a 3-drop Sliver that's gonna help us cascade into a 2-drop, and we have removal. What does this do again? Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1. So if anything of ours dies, he can get a 1/1 copy of it. I'm gonna I don't even know what I want to do first. I guess play this guy. Let's cascade and see what we get. Savage ramp, okay. That's gonna be pretty amazing, yeah. So all of our dudes have first strike, but still only one guy can actually attack. Decline, attack with this guy. Let's see, do we want to just kill something while he's tapped out? Does it matter? No. I think we can just wait. Because the thing is, if we do it now, he gets a land and he can use it immediately, so it's basically ramping him for 1, which is not something that we want to do right now. Like, if he does something that's going to be a problem, then we kill it. Ethan lies, so he can exile it. And we'll just move it back to the command zone. We can just replay it probably next turn. We're just gonna kill it now, make him replay it. I could have also killed this, then we would have a bunch of creatures to attack with. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Get it out of 6, might have been a better idea. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can just replay this guy for 7. Get cultivate to ramp us a bit further. Doesn't really matter, we have all the colors we need already. We can't really attack this turn, but I mean, I guess we could, because whatever he kills something, then it deals even more like that amount of damage. He deals 4, so 2, 4, 6, 10. We could deal 10 to him, but let's see, we have how many? 8 lands, 9 mana. So next time we can just do this. Play the helm and equip it to the first sliver. Get another copy of it. Ooh, Skewed Swarm. Yeah, and we don't have anyone right to play this in response to it. Let's see, we have 9, 10 mana, right? So we can do both. I'm gonna do this first then. Exile the original just in case. Like, I know that this is basically the same exact copy of it, but in case we can still bounce this and it actually disappears. And if we bounce the original, he can replay it. Ah, it doesn't trigger again. Okay. Well, no matter. Our opponent likes our deck. Be sure to thank him. Yeah, we're sure that if we make a copy of it, it's gonna... Wow, he has that nice GG. I'm sure if we're gonna make a copy of it, it's gonna cascade again, but I guess not, because we're not actually casting it. Well, you still get a 7/7 first strike in haste, so still good enough. We are back with next game, and we are facing the arch nemesis himself, Nicol Bolas, the Dragon God. Let's see, we have 2 mana, which is not very much. We can cast, I guess can't cast any of these cards, because that's doesn't add white any of them. So we're gonna take a free mulligan this time. Get something better, hopefully. I have no idea what you can play in Nicol Bolas deck. I imagine it's just a bunch of removal and value, like a recursion, like a reanimator maybe, because he is like the let's see, I'm gonna keep this. He is those colors, like the black, red and green, black, red and blue. We don't have anything to play on turn 1. Let's just play a tap land. How's this colors again called? Grixis, right? I had a bit of a brain fart, couldn't remember the colors for a second. I'm just gonna play the land. Don't feel like playing the Masked Vandal just yet. Right? Because he might have something later on that we actually want to destroy with it. We do have a Rip Apart as well that does the same thing, if needed. So I guess we could have also done this. No idea if he could have like a bunch of counter spells, removal, whatever, bounce spells, but you gotta start playing stuff out. This might be a bit of a problem matchup for us because he's gonna keep killing our stuff as we cast it, which means that we won't have the main benefit that our deck has of playing just a bunch of slivers with different abilities to boost each other, because everything's gonna die when it enters the battlefield. As well as probably a lot of our removal is not gonna be doing much. He's basically just buying some time until he is able to play Nicol Bolas and then kill us with that. But now I'm just gonna play this out. Still a creature, we need to stick something on the board. Yeah, that's exactly what he wants to do. He plays Nicol Bolas on almost empty field. And we don't have any good way of removing it. Definitely need to play a land out, and I guess I'll take this out because this is more versatile because it also hits enchantments and artifacts. Yeah, let's just... we have a really slow hand, but can't really help much there. With so much mana up, I can only imagine he's got a counter spell. Can't even cast this guy yet. Well, I'm gonna try to cast this guy. So what color can't we add? If we add white with this, let's see, green, white, red, green. I guess black. Yeah, we don't have black yet. Sure, that guy dies, but at least we get our last land that we need to start casting our sliver. Anything, let's just get some that's... we can just get a... don't we have like a... oh no, where is it? Command Tower. The most versatile land in this case. Gonna give us all 5 mana. Yeah, let's just cast our sliver. Let's hope we hit something good from it. Just a sliver that buffs everybody. Not the best thing we could have hit, definitely. Especially if our first sliver just dies now. 3/6, so if we have one more land we can replay it. Then we exile a card from our hands. This is not that good. This might be a tough game for us, not gonna lie. Yeah, this is on 3. For a second, I thought it was on 5 loyalty. Yeah, it just has so much removal. That's the problem. Take out Nicol Bolas again. We only have then 2 mana. Don't need to. Yeah, he's just gonna have so much removal. That's all his deck is gonna be doing. Removal for days and recasting Nicol Bolas all the time. Or Liliana also will end the game really fast. Need to start drawing more cards a turn. If we can go 1-for-1 with him. Gonna try to get rid of Liliana. Does he have like a counter spell as well, the last card, or what? Draw. Oh, he also has a counter spell. That's horrible. Well, we still have quite a bit of a board, regardless that he destroyed so much of our stuff already. We're gonna get rid of this. This does not actually do anything now, because this removed nickel bolas before. Yeah. Now it costs 11. Crazy. Why would he do that? Okay. Well, we protected 2 damage. Oh, he's gonna get a trophy now. I'm gonna get rid of our removal. Let's see, I'm gonna name Sliver here. Try to hit more slivers off. Make them all cheaper and just start drawing them more. Okay, this also deals on the target creature. Pay 2, play this. Get up as much mana as possible. We have 10, 11 mana, and this costs 10. I guess that's only up to deals damage to creatures, not to planeswalkers. What does this guy do again? Whenever Sliver you control becomes target of a spell or ability, counter it. Okay, let's go. Again, more slivers. And it only costs 1 because of that guy. We draw so many cards, we just out-grounded him, I guess. Through all the removal, we still got it. Wow, he had removal for everything, but just everything we played, drew more cards, and just like, it was never-ending cycle. The slivers, man, you cannot stop the hive mind. They're like tyrannids, and they just keep on coming, you know, until they devour you. Well, the last game was pretty interesting in the end. We actually managed to beat that Bolas opponent, even though it definitely did not look good for us in the middle. Like, we played this turn 1, played this turn 2, tapped, turn 3. We have all our mana. Has some removal. I'll keep it, sure. I guess we played the Hell Fountain turn 1, obviously. I just played tapped. On turn 2 we played this, on turn 3 we have all this, and then we have all our mana available. All colors at least. Okay, let's see what this does. Search for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand and shuffle. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 7 more lands, you may transform it into the Spires of Oraska, which taps for colorless, or you can untap target attacking creature and remove it from combat. So we can play this for free, right? That's the first spell. Let's see what we get first. I'll take the cohort. And this is gonna basically ramp us. So it now ramps us to 4 mana. Play out 2 creatures. Next turn we can play this. If we don't draw the 5th land to play, let's see. to play Golos, get our land mana. I'm gonna just play this because they're both slivers, right? They're gonna activate due to this. They're both gonna grow, start pressuring our opponent. We have an answer for a candidate for the first time at least he plays it. Ooh, okay, well that does get us. A board wipe does get us. This actually doesn't do anything, so we're just gonna keep up Justice Strike. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5, but in such a combination that I guess we still can't play everything we want. Play these two things. I'm just gonna get my command tower, and that's gonna assure us that we have all the mana we can need. All colors, I mean. With the chromatic lantern, they all tap for 5 for any color. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. So, this could be either used for 2 of any one color or 1 mana of any color before ready. Because of the chromatic lantern, right? Well, that's just rude. Taking our own Golos with all the mana he could ever need to activate it. That is not good. Now he can start activating Golos. We're gonna need to get rid of that fast. Okay, well, I guess he did it for us. Not that that's exactly what we had in mind, but what does this do? They all have menace and probably not the optimal line to keep playing our Sliver Lord when our opponent has so many cards in hand, but it's just too fun not to do it. And why are we playing a format that's not ranked, not competitive, anything, if you're not doing something that's just fun to do, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, no, I'm gonna be playing it for the first time. Probably I don't even have the mana for it now anyway, but even if I could, I would probably start doing other things now. He still has 6 cards in hand, and he can draw the 7th run. Gotta start applying some pressure. Ooh, okay, now we just lost, yeah. Omniscience with 5 cards in hand. Yeah. Nice opponent, nice. He can play anything he wants for free. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're dead. Basically, this point doesn't even matter what the cards in hand are. because they're just gonna beat us when we have such an advantage. I don't see a way to win anymore. Good game. Yeah, just wipe the board. Oh well, can't win them all, right? He just had a lot of time to set up everything. He had a few board wipes, and when the Omniscience came down, that was just GG then. Like, you can hardly beat that card in any kind of multiplayer or commander-like game where you have all these big flashy spells and you can just start casting them all for free. Yeah, that's about as big as you can go in this kind of format. Okay, let's go one more game. We're gonna be playing against the Goblins this time, it seems. Krinko, the mob boss, is our opponent's commander. So I imagine that removal is going to be super important in this case. So we don't just get run over by goblins immediately. I can imagine his deck must be pretty fun and like super explosive. Maybe I should have mulliganed actually this hand to have tried to hit more removal in the opening hand, but we don't have that much, and I could easily mulligan into a hand that doesn't even have the Fire Prophecy. Now at least have one thing to deal with his creatures. I'm just actually gonna take two. I'm gonna play out a Sliver. It can also act as a blocker, I guess. And sure, if he's gonna use some removal, like as a mono red deck, I can imagine he has a lot of that. Okay, we're just gonna ramp ourselves up a bit, make sure we have all the colors of mana we want, because we're gonna need to try to overwhelm him. That's already very problematic, but since we only have one removal spell, I think I want to use it on Krinko next turn. See, 3, 4, 5. Because he plays Krinko, he taps, he makes 2 goblins. I guess he can tap, can do that in response, right? Gotta try to hit something good. Good enough. Removal. Get rid of the Goblin Chieftain. And as a mono red deck, I can imagine he doesn't have removal for that. Yeah, he just quit. Well, that was it. I hope you guys liked the first ever video about Historic Brawl. I think it's a really underrated format. And I will try to make more series on it. I'll try to make a different deck every week. And if this is something you guys like to see, be sure to leave me a like in the video. Let me know in the comments what kind of a commander you would like to see on this kind of series, and I can make that next week. I can make probably almost anything since I have enough wild cards to do them all. So let me know what you guys want to watch, and you can have next week. See you next time.